Hello all and welcome to the next video here on the Onion Man's Rooftop Two-Headed Cow Caravan of Treasure, sometimes barter. And we have another episode of Tales from the Mailbag. So, should be a pretty short one. There's only a couple of orders coming in, so I've got one that is a Macari order. I'm pretty sure that's the Amazon Prime box, just based on the way it's packed. And then one is another ringside order. I went ahead and I hadn't ordered from ringside in quite a while, and then two back-to-back orders for a couple of reasons. But yeah, so I guess we'll just start with the Macari one first and try to call it good. I don't have a lot down the pipeline right now. I mean, there's a few things I think that have shipped from Big Bad Toy Store, but with I'm filming this right around Thanksgiving, so with the holiday and everything, it's kind of been hit and miss with like getting stuff on time. And I guess like going into Christmas, that's probably going to be even bigger, of an issue. But yeah, got a couple of orders here, so cool. Thankfully, my voice is pretty much back. If you saw my, a few of my previous videos recently that were filmed around the same time, I had kind of lost my voice. I had been, my allergies really kicked my ass, but feeling pretty good now. So yeah, we'll start with the Macari order first. It is in an Amazon Prime box. This is not from Amazon Prime. This is actually from Macari, but might as well have been from Amazon Prime because the way this is packed is not great. I've mentioned that a few times with some things I've ordered. I hate to ever besmirch a seller, so I don't mention names. But, I mean, I can just feel this rattling in the box and I'm worried. But, here it is. Yeah, you hear that? I'm sure it feels like it's one piece, which is good. So I'm not too worried about it, like what's inside the box being destroyed, but I am worried about the box, like, condition itself. So, Jesus. Let's go ahead and open this. This is actually an exclusive from a different company. This is, I believe, a Hasbro exclusive, like the Hasbro website. Is it Hasbro Pulse or whatever? Yeah, look at that. There's no packaging in here. They just threw it in a box. I hate that. But that being said, it looks like it's in decent condition. We have the Marvel Legends X-Force 3-pack. This was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. I believe it's Hasbro Pulse, right? Because HasLab is the creating one, right? The crowdfunding stuff. We have the X-Force 3-pack. Yeah. Richter, Domino, and Cannonball. Now, we've had different Dominoes in the past. We've had the one based on the Deadpool 2 movie. I think we've had one based on her more recent black and white look. This is very much a 90s, like early 90s, kind of early X-Force Domino. It's the purple and navy and white, and there you go. We've had a Cannonball in the past that is universally, I think, considered one of the worst action figures ever because all it was the torso and then his fire effect that was jettisoned at the waist. This definitely looks a little bit more accurate. I think the colors are definitely more accurate. He's actually got legs now, and I believe it's interchangeable. You can still put him on this weird base, but he's actually got legs and stuff now, so that's good. And then we got Richter. I'll be honest with you, Richter is one of the X-Force members I kind of know the least about. I do know, like, the more recent, well, I don't know, was it the late 90s or the 2000s? With Richter and Shatterstar, I know their story, but like Richter on his own, I'm not sure. Like I'm not really big on his origin story and all that stuff. So he's kind of an unknown character. But actually, and if I remember correctly, he kind of comes into X-Force a little bit after their debut, right? So he's not necessarily a core original member, but I think he's a big enough of a member to add him to the list. Funny enough, this kind of completes something I'd been working on for a while. My Marvel Legends late 80s, early 90s mutants. I was basically trying to get like all the big mutant teams I'm pretty sure I have almost all of X Factor. Um, I think I'm only missing one of X Factor. I think I'm only missing one of X Force. And if I'm not mistaken, I pretty much have all of the regular X-Men that I want. Um, I think I need a, who are we missing? I can't remember the second one, but I know one of the ones that would be great to have is a Wolfsbane. So I think Wolfsbane is one that I'm missing. I think we're all missing. I don't know. Has there been a Wolfsbane Marvel Legends, like a Hasbro one? And I can't remember the other one. I apologize. I'll have to look it up. But I know for sure there's two that I would like to get to round out my 80s and 90s mutants. And then I'm pretty much done. I'm debating on whether I want to get that Mojo that they just released, the Marvel Legends Mojo. Mojo to me is kind of like Shadow King. I get it, and I get why he has some fans, but at the same time, it's not something I feel like is the most necessary thing in the world. But Richter, Marvel's Domino, and Marvel's Cannonball. Yeah, this is basically the first action figure we got. Torso, and then like weird jettison blowy up cannonball body bottom. Yay. This one definitely looks a lot better. The packaging is good too, considering it was just, as I drop it, it was just floating around in a random Amazon box. I don't know. Cool with that, I guess. Yeah. Paid probably a little bit more than I wanted to for that, but the fact that it never goes back in stock on Hasbro Pulse, and I wanted to complete it, I kind of just went with it. Speaking of things that were on sale, at least a few of them, we have our next ringside order. Yep, another big box. The main reason why I ended up with another ringside order was because pretty close after I made the last order, one of the things that I wanted to get that was not in stock came back in stock. And then their like pre-Thanksgiving sale, like for a good chunk of November, Ringside had that Thanksgiving sale going on anyway. So I was able to get the thing that came back in stock, as well as round out a couple of other things I'd been wanting to get, but was waiting for good price drops. So ended up with a few other figures that were a bit cheaper, and then a set of figures that I'd been wanting. Plus, if you saw my last video where I did a ringside unboxing, I ended up with that Thunder Rosa 1 of 5,000 Chase variant. So I ordered another Thunder Rosa, just the regular one, hopefully. If I end up with another Chase, then, they're just going to force me to buy all the Thunder Rosas. So let's go and get this open. Okay, cool. So, these are like stacked, it's like Tetris in this box. There we go. Okay, right out the box, right on top. There we go. We got the regular, normal, non-chase Thunder Rosa. In the last video, the last mailbag, I opened up, or one of the last ones, I opened up my ringside order, and sitting there on top was an AEW figure that was upside down, but it was in a protective case. So it was like this. And I didn't know that Ringside shipped out Chase variants in protective cases. Excuse me. Makes total sense. And then I picked it up, I turned around, and you can very audibly hear me, the excitement in my voice in that video. It's the first time I had ever gotten a Chase from Ringside of anything. So I thought that was really cool. But as I said before, I was mad, but it was a good mad, because I was ecstatic I got a Chase, but then I realized I have to go back and get another Thunder Rosa. Thankfully, with that whole Thanksgiving / Black Friday sale thing, that like pre-Black Friday sale, whatever it was, She went. The regular one went down in price pretty well, so went ahead and picked her up. I will admit, I actually like this more than the chase, just as an aesthetic. Don't get me wrong, just getting a chase, if anything, is always exciting. But I do like the black and gold with the hairpiece and the headpiece and like her kind of vest going there. I just like this one actually more aesthetically than I do the chase. The chase is a little bit more basic with just her blue attire. But we also have Eddie Kingston out of this wave. So cool. Next up, another one that was really cheap and on their discounted sale front page. I went ahead and I picked up the WrestleMania Steve Austin from last year. This is the WrestleMania, what are we going into? I don't know. 38? I want to say 37, 38. I'm losing track of my WrestleManias. This is actually, I mean, you look at it, it looks like pretty basic Steve Austin. We don't get a lot of Attitude Era Steve Austin, so this one could work as a mock-up if you really wanted. But this is actually based on WrestleMania 19. They're supposed to be. So you kind of get like what appears to be a little bit of an older Austin, and then it has the OMR on the vest, which is the one more round that he wore when he faced The Rock at 19. So there's a little blurb about it on the back. In this set, I have Austin and I have that AJ Styles, which I picked up to go with the Boneyard Undertaker as well. So yeah, I like it. It's a good looking Austin. I do have a regular, like, basic Attitude Era Austin. It was the one that came with, God, I can't remember. I know he came with, like, one of the earlier versions of the vest, and then he came with the Austin 316 shirt. So whatever, like, it's like a 98 Austin, like a 97, 98 Austin, when that first started becoming a big deal, I think. I don't remember what Elite line it is. I actually bought that loose years ago, and that's still a great Austin figure. I never got the Ultimate that came out, but I did want this one, and my main reason for wanting this one is mainly just because I'm hoping we get a WrestleMania 19 Rock. I want a bald Hollywood Rock, and maybe give him some interchangeable items, like a vest and some leather pants and the guitar. That'd be great. So I would like a WrestleMania 19 Rock. I know they tried to release like a Rock that had like jogging pants and a guitar. I don't know what the hell that was. I want a proper WrestleMania 19 Rock, a Hollywood Rock. And I would also like one with him in full leather regalia with a giant belt buckle and the guitar and the glasses. That'd be awesome. But I kind of got this just in hopes of getting a WrestleMania 19 Rock as well at some point. Next one. This is kind of the last of the on sale figures. I went ahead and I picked up the SummerSlam Shawn Michaels from that was earlier this year, right? Or was this last year? No, this is earlier this year, I think. Like way earlier this year. But yeah, this is from I believe SummerSlam 2005, right? Yeah, where he completely ruined his match with Hogan on purpose. It's a decent match. If you actually go back and watch it, it's not that bad, but you can definitely tell like there was like a lot of pent up, I am going to embarrass you, Hogan, out of Shawn Michaels in this match. And I actually liked it because he played the heel. This is like the only time I think in Michaels' big comeback from when came back in 2002 until he retired in 2009, 2010, whenever it was. That he like went back to being a heel, like just a scummy chicken shit heel, and it was great. The Larry King, Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan impression thing is so great. The Bret Hart thing he did in Canada, where they played Bret's music, and then he like, "Who's your daddy, Montreal?" Like, it's so good. And I needed a kind of Ruthless Aggression era comeback Shawn Michaels. There is the Ruthless Aggression era one that just came out, the Walmart exclusive ones. But I like this one because it actually comes with his entrance gear, the entrance vest and everything. And I do like the gear. It's like a black and white and everything. I actually think I might have had the Ruthless Aggression version of this figure. I think they made like a Ruthless Aggression Shawn Michaels that was in the black and white like this. But I like it. It's I don't know. I just think it looks good as a Ruthless Aggression era Shawn Michaels. Plus, I kind of like him as a heel, not really sandbagging, but just shitting all over Hogan in this match. So that's why I went with it. All right, next up, speaking of Hogan, we'll get to that in a minute. I picked up the entire set of the WrestleMania, this year's WrestleMania, Elite figures. A few reasons. And then we got Hogan over here. One, I think every figure in this set looks fantastic. This is, I think, like one of the better like pay-per-view sets or premium live, whatever you want to call it, like specialty sets in a while. Like if we take a look at this SummerSlam collection, like it's a decent set. You get Sherry, cool. You get Rey Mysterio from his feud with Eddie. You get Shawn, and then you get SummerSlam 04 Orton, right? SummerSlam 2004 Randy Orton, because he's wearing like the kind of salmon-y orange trunks, and when he beat he who shall be renamed, he who we do not say, or whatever, he who we do not name, he whose name we do not speak. Anyway, so you get like kind of younger Legend Killer Randy there in the orange trunks. It's a good line, and you get the weird Dominic Build-A-Figure. I don't get it. But then there's like, this one, the Austin Wave, which, you get that like retirement Shawn Michaels, and, I'm not the biggest fan of that one. Old Bret Hart and the Jorts, I really was disappointed with that figure. And then you got a good AJ with the Boneyard match and retirement Austin there. So, there's always like a couple that are really good and a couple that are really just kind of a miss. But you want to get the whole set because these specialty sets have been coming out with Build-A-Figures again. This one I knew immediately when it was announced that I wanted it. I just wanted the 4 separate figures. But then when they said Mean Gene Okerlund was the Build-A-Figure, I wanted it even more. I recently got, earlier this year, the Ultimate Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, which is much more WCW kind of prime heel Hogan. This is definitely, you can tell with the darker beard and the big knee pads and the white on the boots. This is definitely like old NWO Hogan. They definitely used a different picture here. This is not what he looked like when he came back. But I wanted to go ahead and get this Hogan. Obviously, the main reason I wanted to get it is because it comes with a 2001-2002 Rock. That is exactly what that is, and it is a fantastic likeness of that era of Rock. Yeah, that's a fantastic 01-02 Rock right there. The shorter hair, he'd kind of cut the sideburns. He had the newer logo on his trunks that say The Rock, like kind of in it's not cursive, but it's more stylized as opposed to just the bold-faced The Rock. And it's the all gold that he wore in that match. So yeah, you're getting WrestleMania 18 right here. Like the biggest main event of that, the main event of that show. I mean, you can talk about Jericho and Triple H going for the undisputed title. Let's be real here. Everybody bought that to watch Hogan and Rock. My dog is in the background. Yay. So there you go. And they both look pretty good. This Rock especially just looks fantastic. Plus, I don't have a Mean Gene, so this is perfect. That's another big reason as to why I wanted to get it. And then we have WrestleMania 6, right? We got Savage and Dusty. No Sweet Sapphire, though. But we do got Savage and Dusty. I don't have a Macho King Randy Savage. So this one comes with the crown and the scepter. I wanted it. Nice. And I did not have a Dusty Rhodes. So I needed a Dusty. And that was pretty much it. It was to me, this is like almost a perfect set. I needed a Macho King. I have so many different Randy Savage, Macho Man Randy Savage. Didn't have a Macho King. So needed a Macho King. Didn't have a Dusty Rhodes. Needed a Dusty Rhodes. I would technically prefer a 70s, early 80s Dusty with the big poofy hair. and everything, and the robe and maybe a hat or something. But for now, totally happy with this Dusty. I'm okay. And then you get, one of my favorite things of my childhood, WrestleMania 18, Hogan and Rock. So this to me was like a damn near perfect set. And add in Mean Gene Okerlund, even better. Like, this is one of the best specialty sets they've done in a long time. So, yeah. And that's it. Yeah, like I said, we got our Marvel Legends 3-pack for X-Force, and then a ringside order. So, yeah. And I rambled on for 20 minutes. I'm surprised. Sorry about that. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Super excited for everything here, especially this. I love this set. I can't praise this specialty set and like this WrestleMania set enough. So that's gonna be it. If you like the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. You do not have to if you don't want to, but I always appreciate anybody who does. And I will catch you guys in the next video. I think my dog is mad I'm not paying attention to her, so I'm going to do that. All right, catch you guys in the next video.